Hey there, folks. I'm Sinus, and we're going to do some Hanabi today, and hopefully pretty frequently. Um, Romaine in the Discord has come up with a variant per day type kind of idea for 2023, and so there'll be a different variant of Hanabi played every single day. And while I may not complete these on the day that they're scheduled and everything, I'm kind of hoping to try and plow through all 365 of them this year and doing a nice little YouTube series on our solutions, how we got through them, if we get through them. And so what I'll be doing is going through our successful replay, maybe giving folks some ideas and pointers if they're stuck. I am still pretty new at this myself, kind of middling in the area, but this is a lot of fun, and I hope more people get to see it. Anyway, let's jump right in. So Karpov goes first and immediately gives a red clue to me on this red 5, and in order to keep this from bombing as red 1, Kyle needs to respond and eject red 1 by playing their second finesse slot. So this is now known red 5 or multi 5 at this time. So I've got a couple of interesting options here. I've got 1s to Karpov, which is pretty good. Even though it dupes a 1, the rest of them are unique and could eventually play. And then I also see that the other 2 1s that we need are actually right here as well. So best case scenario, maybe I can meet out these 1s first and get Karpov to discard and do this without um, having to do any fixes. So I'm going to actually opt for blue here and get this blue 1 to play, and then I can probably prompt out this with a 3. And on Karpov's turn, they'll probably give 1. So this is what happens. There we go. Blue and 1. And so Kyle is going to play the 1 that they have less information about. And I don't see because the pink 1 played first, I don't want to prompt this just yet. So I just go ahead and decide to bad touch, and we'll get 3 of them for 2 clues, which is not the best, but not the worst. But Karpov jumps in and says, hey, play your finesse slot. And so Sinus knows that 2 matches 1, so he has to respond with the. Well, I don't have to respond with the 2, but I should know from this that it's yellow 2. Now Kyle is forced to play yellow 1 here because this could be a bluff on Kyle. This could be I2 or pink 2 rather. And if you're not familiar with these conventions, the light pink deck here is a mixture of the pink deck and the white deck, which means from the pink, it is only, or sorry, from the pink deck, all number clues touch pink cards every time. It doesn't matter. So if you clue 5 on this, then it'll still show up as a 5, even if that's not true. So pink is a very interesting and difficult variant, in my opinion. And then the white side of that means that it is only touched by number clues, which makes it even a little bit more challenging, in my opinion. Normal pink, you can clue with the color pink to kind of give more clear clues, but light pink, you have to rely on giving true information or lies that are well understood. Anyway, this one was the truth, and that works out fine. So that plays. I'm gonna let Karpov play and try and fix this up. And Karpov says, hey, play this yellow 5, and I say, oh my gosh, is that a true yellow finesse? It sure is. So Kyle's gonna play their blue 1, and I guess I could give 3 right now, but it might be a little bit of confusing, and it would take a long time to resolve with all these different 1s and 2s that have to play now. So the best, clearest thing for me to do is to respond to the 5 clue and say, hey, message received. We're gonna take care of yellow. Great. And I'm also promised yellow 4 right here as well. So Karpov plays their first one. Now, because we're playing a pink variant, Karpov cannot order chop move with ones clues. They have to play right to left and give us an opportunity to give fixed clues on pink cards. Because remember, this could be pink 5 in here, right? And because pink clues are touched by all number clues, Karpov can't do any out of order playing when it comes to ones. There we go. That one plays. And this is a genius clue. I love this clue. So Kyle's sitting here saying, well, how am I gonna fix I gotta fix both of these ones. I guess I could give yellow, but that bad touches this. You know, it's kind of a mess. And then Kyle realizes, well, what if we just actually bluff out this green one and give 3 here? So before this information is given, Karpov has no idea um, what all of these ones are. And when Kyle gives this 3 clue, these become all ones. They cannot be pink cards anymore because Karpov has been given both ones and a 3. And so these are known to be not pink, they are true ones. And the best part of this is that it's also a bluff on Sinus. So Sinus is promised yellow 4 here, and Sinus has to entertain the fact that this is pink 2 or something like that. I have to play my bluff position so that this does not misplay as something else. And so I play green 1, which turns all 3 of these cards into trash and totally resolves it. It was super tidy. Great move by Kyle. So now that these are all known, Karpov is expected to discard these in order from left to right, and they do on this turn, so we don't get any order chop moves from that. Kyle's been given permission to discard because we didn't chop move them, so Kyle discards. I've got to finish playing this yellow finesse, so it's a good idea that I do that. Now here, Karpov's expected to discard this multi-one, but instead they discard this yellow one and chop moves this green 5. So Kyle is effectively locked. Now here's my big snafu of the game. So this is interesting. This is a 1 clue, and I'm wondering if this is a clue on Karpov, a positional clue on a pink card to get this green 2, and that's not a good assumption because if Kyle wanted to, instead they could just back that up one. If Kyle wanted to, they could just give green to Karpov, and that gets green 2 to play, right? No problem. So giving me this ones clue is unnecessary, and so this is an advanced move called an unnecessary trash push. So ones, obviously there are no ones left to play on the stacks, so this is trash, and this is known to be trash or a pink card, but based on the fact that this card is playable, this is pretty reasonable to assume that it is trash and not a positional, and so this should get both of these 2 cards played. And the reason that not only does it get this trash push card played, but also this one, is because it's unnecessary. This could have just been given as green, and so this should get both. But instead, Sinus is a little confused and thinks that this might be a positional on Karpov. And so Karpov does play, and Sinus gives the 2s to clear this up, get some information, get some more cards played. And Kyle sees a great way to kind of beef up our pace and our efficiency here a little bit based on my gaff, and discards this multi-2, knowing that I have this 2 available to play, and I will probably play that as multi-2 or red 2. It doesn't matter, both will play. and I will play prompt before finesse because I'm supposed to. And so this discard gets both red 2 and multi 2, which is great. So I start off by playing red 2, that's fine. Last known discard, it's fine. And Kyle knows that this is blue 2 for sure, great. And I now play that finesse multi 2. Get green. Yes, prompting multi 3. And so because this 5 was chop moved previously, even though this green card touches the last quote untouched card, because it's chop moved, it has what we call an invisible clue on it. So the focus of this clue is actually here on green 4. And because no green 3 is played on the stacks, this is calling for a finesse on Sinus. And this yellow 5 has been playable since I played yellow 4, which is good. There's another interesting thing that happened here as well, I think. So this yellow 5 has been playable for a while now, since this turn, actually. And so Kyle, by playing a blue 2 instead of yellow 5, is using priority to get this blue 3 to play, or trying to. But it turns out it doesn't really matter because at this point it's a non-pink 3 and both of those are playable. There we go. Let's see. I was trying to think of a good way to get this 4, but I couldn't really think of one that would work super well. There might be a good ejection here that I didn't see, but so I just play my multi 5 instead. Discard, green 5 plays. Let's see. Discard trash. Card. So here, Kyle's at 8 clues. So if they wanted to stall, they could just give 5 here. But instead, they give this clue. And because all of the greens and multis have been played, this green clue is a trash push on Kyle's blue 4. And I hesitated here a little bit because I definitely want this blue 4 to play first. I think it would have been fine if I had given the blue 5 now, but with a critical card in the finesse position, I didn't want to take that chance. And we're doing really good on pace and efficiency and clues and amount of deck, so I'm just gonna discard and let that play. And here I have another kind of a gaff. So Kyle's at 8 clues again. So he's forced to give a save on chop here. So this should be 100% for sure a save on I3 or possibly red 3, but more likely I3. And so I play this as a positional, which is wrong on multiple levels. If this is meant as a finesse, Sinus should play this position because 3 would match the 3 clue that was given. So if this was a positional, it's on Karpov and Sinus needs to play their finesse. So this was pretty bad, but fortunately the game state is such that there's not too many things that we don't know about at this point. What Kyle wanted me to do was to give ones to Karpov immediately after that. So prior to giving the ones clues, it's a 3 save with maybe some other 3s or pink cards. But if I give ones to Karpov, that tells Karpov to play slot 1, and it also tells them that these remaining cards are pink as well, which would have been really useful instead of, a bomb. But Karpov's got this nice easy blue 5 to give, and Kyle's like, you bonehead Sinus, I'll do this. There you go. That plays, and at this point, I was hoping red 3 wouldn't draw, and I could give a positional on Kyle for slot 3 by giving 3. But instead, 3 is calling for red 3, which is also true. Now, Karpov understands the mistake that happened on my part, and that Kyle was saving I3 here. And so, props to Karpov. This was a gutsy move. They go ahead and gentlemen's that on over to Sinus. That plays. This is calling for red 4. But Kyle suspects that this is the good I4 as well, correctly, which is awesome. And then we are just stalling and playing cards. That's how we did it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there'll be another video soon. I'm on Twitch, Twitch TV/Sinus. I don't play Hanabi there as much as I play retro games, but you might catch one once in a while, and I'll keep uploading these. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.